Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Kevin Mortensen.
I'm Gina Mortensen.
And this is Hannah, and Shelby's around here somewhere. She's off exploring. Today on the show, we're going to tell you a unique story, something you've probably never heard of before. I know I never have. Have you ever seen a rock formation like that?
No. Little bitty ones. Remember when we go hiking? They mark trails.
Yeah, and these aren't cairns. These rock formations that are found in the Fish Lake Basin around Fish Lake have a specific story, and it's a unique story. It's really compelling also. As you're traveling around, I know people see these, they don't know what they are. So let's go talk to my good friend Roger Christensen. He's the one that cued me in on this, showed me the pictures, showed me the story, and I thought, man, this is a really compelling story that people need to hear, and he's going to explain it to us.
These are rock monuments that were built by a man named Lorenzo Larsen that was born in a little town just east of Richfield, Utah, called Glenwood. He was born in 1910, grew up on a small farm with a few sheep, cattle, lived with his family, worked the farm as a young man, worked the farm for many years with his dad, and then when Pearl Harbor was bombed, 2 months later he decided to join up with the United States Army. In 1943 he was wounded and he received 2 Purple Hearts. He returned home and followed what he had been doing and started herding sheep. And sheep herders don't have a lot to do. But with his spare time during the day, he took up stacking rocks. And he made hundreds of rock monuments throughout the Fish Lake area down to the west to Cairns, Utah. And these monuments, most of them are still standing today. Lorenzo, as he was out gathering rocks, all this rock is volcanic rock, and he stacked it. And volcanic rock comes in big, little, different sizes. He balanced them. The thing that's neat about these rocks is they're balanced. And as you can see on some of them, they're arched across. And he's balanced them, and he's chinked rocks under some of the other rocks so they'll stay balanced, so he can put rocks on top and they won't tip. And I think he did it just so he wouldn't be bored and not have anything to do. Out here, you don't see any women running around. He never married. He doesn't have any kids. And this, all he had was his dog and his horse.
Well, can you believe a sheep herder did this?
Well, I mean, no wife, no kids. Imagine what I could do all day.
All the time in the world. When you really have all day to do nothing, might as well stack rocks.
I guess. You don't have to clean house.
You know, the really neat thing is that is part of the history of this area. His family goes way back here, and here he ran sheep up on this hill. And you know what? This is a legacy. This is something that'll live on for years and years and years and years to come. So when you come and visit this, now we've given you something to maybe come out here and find something new, grab some binoculars, come out and find it on your own. We're on the way to Fish Lake. It's not hard to find, but you have to know where to look. And well, we're going to go up here and we're going to check these things out. You want to go see them a little closer, girls?
Yeah. We got to take pictures.
Right. Well, we got to take some pictures. We're going to send you guys off to this week's Where To.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're up here, and you can see that this
used to be something big.
Big. These are big rocks, and somebody has destroyed this.
Sometime. We don't know if it fell over on its own
or
somebody pushed it over, but that is a real risk when you have really treasures like this that just kind of pop up over time. And you find them, there's some people that come out here and they think that maybe a kid threw these together last week and they're just going to push down their fort. But they really have a lot of significant meaning, a lot of significant history, and it's important we tell that.
There's a lot of time and effort put into these sculptures. I call them sculptures because I can't imagine spending this much time on just rocks.
You know, we jumped on the four-wheelers and we came up here. It's always windy at Fish Lake.
I didn't know that, obviously.
That's why I cut my hair short. But the weather's almost always good enough that you can get on a four-wheeler right up here. And we've spent maybe, what, hour and a half walking around, seeing the sights, seeing the old cans, what I call modern archaeology.
Modern archaeology?
Did this, from 1940s to the early 1980s, like Roger said.
He likes orange juice, we found out.
A lot of orange juice cans.
A lot of orange juice
60,
cans.
70 years ago. But really cool stuff up here. So let's go talk a little bit about the effort that is underway to preserve this.
I have a passion with this. I live up here. We come up, we hunt, we fish, we camp, and over the years, we've seen a lot of these rock monuments, and I hate to see them get tore down or knocked down. People say that They don't want people driving out to them, making roads to them. And these that we've been to today, there's roads right to them. You can drive here, see them, and look at them. But what I'd like to see is something as a historical site for the state. This is history. It's something that nobody else has done in the state to this magnitude. The guy that did this is one person, and a lot of work went into this. And I think it's something that needs to be preserved as history for the state of Utah. And I think that it needs to be either fenced or something so people can come in and look at it and not go in and destroy it. I know the weather plays a part of it, falling down in the wind, but there has been some that has been knocked down by people, and I think these need to be restored and protected. I thought it'd be nice for him to come in, like I said, and fence it, but put a kiosk in and have his history in the kiosk under plastic so people could come in, see it, and know about this man and know that he had a passion for this, probably about like I have a passion to preserve it. And I think that something like that needs to be done. It'd be nice to have an area for people that they could come and park and read up on some of the other places that these are.
So Roger's right, we definitely need to preserve the history that we have out here and all these unique little things that we have that are special to this area.
You know, over the last couple of decades, I've seen those rock formations. I had no clue what they were. I didn't know there was any significance. So, I mean, behind me is High Top, and apparently they're all over there. There's hundreds of these things. So if you're a rock hound or if you're somebody that likes adventure, come out and find them. Look what's behind us though, Pando. Fish Lake needs no explanation, needs no introduction, but I hear the fish are running. I hear the kokanee are running.
I don't know their names, but I hear it's fun to watch. So I'm excited to go see something new.
So while we go do that, we're gonna send you guys off to this week's Along the Way, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV. Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure. As you can see, we've made it down into the Fish Lake Basin, where there are two very cool things happening that you really only can see for maybe just a few days a year. That's the kokanee spawn.
I can't even say that word.
Kokanee.
The
salmon are running. And the aspen heart, which, you know, I can see it up on the hill. It's not as pronounced as in years past, might be the drought, but it's absolutely gorgeous here.
Listen, this is the perfect time of year to come to Fish Lake. I grew up in this area, and this is the time when the summer visitors are gone and the locals come and enjoy the weather, the fish, and the scenery. The leaves turning here, beautiful. Perfect
Just we
time
go
to come.
count fish. We're gonna go count fish, and we're gonna send you guys off to check out this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Dave Hall. Congratulations, Dave. It looks like you're the lucky winner of a Mountain Series stove from Camp Chef.
Camp Chef offers the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more details.
Be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at our Trail of the Week.
This week's Trail of the Week is the Hook and Ladder Trails, which are located in San Juan County, just 30 miles south of Moab.
To get more information on this trail or any of the trails that have been completed on the Trail 360 project, visit outsiders.zone.
Now let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Ria and Tanya Huntsman are taking us on a one-of-a-kind women's Jeep ride as they join the Wenches with Winches at 5 Mile Pass.
Then, Reece Stein is headed back to the Great Salt Lake as he discovers some unusual and unique rock formations that are drawing quite a crowd.
Finally, we're joining a family ski trip to Eagle Point Resort as we get a behind-the-scenes look at how a brave young man turned his personal tragedy into triumph on the slopes.
Well, this entire lake is surrounded with color. The aspen heart showing, the fish are running, and it just proves it doesn't matter where you go in Utah, there's adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself
at your leisure.